So today we are going to discuss about cyclic photophosphorylation. So in this cyclic photophosphorylation, what you can see in the cyclic photophosphorylation, what will be going to happen, we are going to see this. Let me tell you, before cyclic photophosphorylation, the step which usually is taking place before cyclic photophosphorylation is splitting of water. I'm going to show you splitting where H2O is there, it is getting splitted to, and with this we are going to work with this 2 electron. Now let me show you cyclic photophosphorylation. There are two types of cyclic photophosphorylation. One is there are two types of phosphorylation. One is cyclic, one is non-cyclic. So I'm going to show you cyclic photophosphorylation. In this cyclic photophosphorylation you have PS1. Let me tell you about PS1 and PS2 a little bit. This I'm writing it here, PS1 and PS2 a little bit. What I'm going to say about PS1 and PS2, that in that where we are finding this PS1 and PS2, both PS1 and PS2 both are found in thylakoid membrane. Both are found in thylakoid membrane, but only the PS1, it is only found in stroma membrane. So from here one thing we can tell, that as is cyclic phosphorylation there is only involvement of PS1, so we can say that PS1, so this can take place in stroma membrane also, and it can also take place in thylakoid membrane also. Is this clear? Now I am going to say about the cyclic phosphorylation, how it is happening. So I'm going to cyclic phosphorylation, splitting is over. You can pause it and view about this. Now I'm going to cyclic phosphorylation. What is happening in cyclic phosphorylation? It's very easy. There is the chlorophyll which is getting excited by P700, and what is happening to this? What is happening to this? What is happening to this? This is P700 nanometer. Light is coming and falling, exciting it. Let me tell this value, 23 kilocalorie per mole. This value is very important. And what is happening to this chlorophyll? What is happening to the 2 electrons which I am getting from splitting of water? You have the 2 electron which you are getting. Okay, so this chlorophyll getting excited now, and it is going to A0. A0 is nothing but A0 or X. You can denote it by X or A0, and this term we are using for quinone. This notation we are using for quinone. From quinone it is going to FES complex, and after FEX complex it is going to ferredoxin. I am writing the full form for you. It is going to ferredoxin. Now we will see the cyclic nature. Here it will come to plastoquinone, PQ, and in this plastoquinone step I am writing again the full form, plastoquinone. And here in this step something is happening. What is happening? ATP is getting converted to ADP plus inorganic phosphate. ADP and inorganic phosphate getting converted into ATP. This takes place in thylakoid. In the thylakoid membrane, a lot of things is taking place. One such thing is this production of ATP and NADP H. Okay, so from plastoquinone it will go to cytochrome BF complex. From cytochrome BF complex to PC plastocyanin, which will get back to this. So this is nothing but plastocyanin. I am writing the full form just for you. So this is all about cyclic phosphorylation. I will show you again. There is the chlorophyll molecule. Achha, let me tell you, this is PS. This is happening in PS1. Chlorophyll molecule. This chlorophyll molecule, it will get excite electron, will go to the quinone to FES complex to ferredoxin, from ferredoxin to plastoquinone, and at this step at plastoquinone, ADP and inorganic phosphate, they are joining to form ATP. Then the electron is coming to cytochrome BF complex, and from cytochrome BF complex it is coming to plastocyanin, from plastocyanin to chlorophyll back. So this is all about cyclic phosphorylation.